What's up, everybody? Long time no update, I know. Unfortunately, things have been very slow here at the house. It's just that shit happens, I guess. I don't know what else to say. But today was a very advantageous day. We are finally on the move again. We got the first floor's worth of flooring in. Here we are. It's all unboxed and stacked like this, I don't know what they call it. I'm calling it waffle stacked. I think there is a term for it, but I don't remember what it is. Basically stacked up like this, this sort of weave sort of thing to get acclimated to the humidity. Because basically this is bamboo flooring. As you can see here, Cali bamboo. They do very much stress acclimating to the atmosphere, the humidity. Definitely plays a big part in this because it is very susceptible to humidity and it'll expand and contract. So once they want us to give it 5 to 10 days or so, and I'm going to suggest for as humid as it is right now, this time of year, I'm going to give it as long as we can. Definitely a good week and a half or so before we start putting it down. I got this little humidifier, humidity temperature gauge. Right now it's actually under 50, but when I get here, usually with the windows closed, it's been about 60, which is right at the upper level of it. So if we give it a good, a little more than the suggested time, I think it should be good. We have most of this, it's stacked, the top sides towards each other. So like that's the underside of it. But this is what's going to be going in the kitchen and here in the front room. This darker one, which I think looks freaking beautiful. I cannot wait to see this. And about halfway down this one here, this is what's going to be going in the living room where we have the darker paint. I think that natural color, that's going to look really nice, be a nice contrast between the three rooms. And I'm sort of leaning towards maybe putting this, the darker color upstairs, like through the middle bedroom, the back room where I'm going to put the library and the hallway. And then eventually when I get moved in and settled in and can clear out, get everything out of the front bedroom, I think, then I'll worry about doing that one. That'll be like a spare bedroom. And, just basically spare bedroom, extra room for whatever. So yeah, this is all for the first floor. This room, the front room here, the office, the living room, which is getting that lighter color, like I said. As we see, everything's all kind of moved in here. And the kitchen and in the laundry area here, this is all going to be one set of floor. But as we were sitting here, after moving all that in, that was, I think FedEx listed that as 2,000 pounds, a 2,000 pound delivery. So a ton of floor. Me and my contractor carried all that in, stacked it all up in that waffle stack, well, whatever you call that. That was a ton of work. I'm glad I took the day off of work. I took a personal day. So yeah, we definitely, that would have been just too much work for one person. I mean, I'm sure he could have done it. It would have taken me all day, but I could have done it. But yeah, definitely, having two people was, very good. But as we were sitting here, the electricians finally showed up. I know I haven't posted anything. I've told a couple people, but yeah, my electricians, they're doing a great job. You know, the work they're doing is great, but it's like now when it's time to finish the job, get all the face plates done, put the dimmer switches in, all the finishing, it's like just their schedules have just gone to crap. And I was very much ready to make an angry phone call and tell them they had an angry customer, but today, and I was going to call them today. That was what I was going to do as soon as we were done with moving all that flooring and stacking it up. But they finally showed up just in time. So they got all the face plates done. They put the dimmer switches in, which you can see is this little nub thing here. And this is a good room to show it in because it's kind of darker in here already. And there is a thing to adjust it slightly inside if I take the faceplate off. So I'll have to wait until I'm up here at night one of these nights to see how much dimmer I want it. And of course, the main room part here and here in this little alcove where I'm going to have my computer desk is on two separate ones. I think that'll be nice to adjust the lighting depending on what I'm doing. They fixed the bathroom fan in here. That sounds like a normal fan. Before, something was wrong, and that was making a really loud racket. All of the smoke detectors are now in. Of course, all the dimmer switches and everything's all good in here. But there's still a lot of sunlight coming in here, so I'm not going to bother with that. Have the outlet put in for my network rack. So I'll just need to get just discovered the hard way. This is what's supposed to plug into the back of the network switch. Just a standard power cord. But for as close as that is to the wall, apparently that is not gonna fit. I know you can get right angle that don't come completely straight out the back. You can get them that angle at a right angle downward, so I'm gonna have to dig up one of those. That'll fit, and then I can just get the little patch cables to go from the punch down block to the switch, and eventually get internet access in here. Back down here into the cellar, and my contractor Alex, he did get a lot more dirt out of here. It's actually down to there's sort of a concrete slab down here of sorts. So, ow. Yeah, that's lower than head high. You gotta watch out for that. But yep, the electricians, they finished up the lights in here. As you can see, now they're not just dangling down on wires. And everything is labeled and ready to go in here. Yep, got my dehumidifier. It's just happily running away. Not running away. It's running. It's sitting here. Yep, with the condensation pump. Not sure if I ever posted the video for this. I know I made a video when this got in. I don't know if I actually posted it. But, yep, this will take all the condensation from the furnace and the dehumidifier, and it pumps it up this little water line here to there and drains right out to the sewer. So I don't have to come in here 2 or more times a day to empty buckets. That is amazing. And it really helps with, especially with the dehumidifier, because that actually stops when it fills up. The furnace, that just keeps overflowing the bucket. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. That's definitely helping out a lot to keep this dry. I put in a couple buckets full of dirt, good topsoil out here in a couple spots just outside the house, which I think is helping. Won't really know. And luckily, thankfully it's not raining as much as it was before. But like this right here in this corner, that was just worn down to the point it was actually sloping down into that corner, and we think that's where a lot of that water was coming from that was getting into the cellar. So I put a good bucket load or and a half or more in there, put some grass seed down. That's starting to grow, so hopefully it doesn't erode away. Same with over here in this corner, a couple other spots around here. Could definitely use more, but I'll get that as I can. So really we haven't had any real water issues in here since then. I don't know if that's going to totally fix it, but I know when we get the gutters in here in the coming month or so, that is going to really help to get the water directed away from the house, because the gutter situation here, it's not as good as it could have been. So yeah, I think that's pretty much the main things that have been going on here lately. So in about 2 weeks, we'll be starting on actually putting the floor in. We're going to work from the kitchen on through this direction to the front room, and then going on upstairs. So, and then at that point, I gotta pick out a good waterproof flooring, because that bamboo is definitely not waterproof. That is not going in the main bathroom with the bathtub and everything. I gotta pick out a good waterproof flooring, some kind of vinyl laminate, whatever you call it, and then he can get the downstairs bathroom ready to go, and then fix up the upstairs bathroom, get that good, and floor the upstairs. And other than appliances, we're going to be freaking close to being done. God, I can't wait. It's almost a year now since we've started the actual construction. I know we're past the year point of when I started the demo. I know Alex started the actual construction part at the beginning of November. So I remember my buddy Justin and I, we had our Halloween party here on Halloween last year with all the trick-or-treaters and everything, and watched The Witch, very good horror flick. And then it was the next week or two, Alex started actually doing the construction. And it's the beginning of September now, so yep, it'll be just about a year. Almost. I can't wait. And this is a big milestone. We're closer. We're getting close. So, y'all have a good night.